I'm sorry that you're not on your good side.
That's okay. It's your show.
But I do feel like you are very misunderstood, and I feel like the fans that are like your diehards, like they get it. Today, I have on my good friend, Scheana Shay, who you guys definitely know from Vanderpump Rules. We're very close, and when you hear her birth chart, she'll make a lot more sense. We get into so much in today's episode. We talk about her 12th house placements and why she's misunderstood, why 1111 is so important to her, how she will make people angry with her book, and is baby adoption in her future? Let's get into it. If you missed StarStruck Live with me, Charlie, and Dana, now you have the chance to join in on the fun, even after the fact. So go to pave.events, that's PAVE.EVENTS, and join us like it's live. On-demand access in September 9th. Hi, Scheana.
Hi.
Thanks for coming to my studio.
I love it. It is so close. I walked.
I know. I love that.
Yeah.
That's insane. Every time I leave, I'm like, I should pop over.
Yeah,
But now
you should.
I will.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you look cute and you match my studio.
Thank you. Wait,
Yay.
I do.
And I'm sorry that you're not on your good side.
That's okay. It's your show.
Thank you. Thank you, Scheana. We have the same good side.
Yeah.
Our left.
I know.
But this is good exposure therapy.
It is. Yeah. And I am forcing myself in like photo shoots and stuff to be.
You don't have a bad side.
My face moves differently on my right side. Like I actually have to do more Botox on one side. And I don't know, my lips do something weird.
Interesting. I think
People
we're
like to
all
point
just,
it out. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, nobody notices that. But people are mean. How have you been?
Good.
I haven't seen you since your birthday.
I know. You were just in Italy.
I know.
That
was
looked
amazing.
so beautiful.
It was literally the best. Like, I knew I would love Italy. I've always been obsessed with it. Like, growing up, it's been on my vision board. But, like, being there, nothing against America. But, like, I kind of want to move. But I know everybody says that. But I loved it.
Yeah, it looked amazing.
Oh, your 40th birthday was so fun.
So fun.
That was, like, iconic.
Yeah, it really was. I felt like I needed to do that because I was just feeling just kind of like in a funk, and I wasn't really wanting to celebrate. I didn't have any plans, and then in a week that whole thing came together, and it was like the jump start I felt.
Did Courtney
like
plan
I
it?
needed. No.
Okay.
Brock did a lot of it.
Aw.
We had a party planner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that was like the coolest party that I've literally ever been to in my life.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, wait, this is next level.
It was
and
a
I know,
collaborative effort.
Weeks leading up, I'm like, what are we doing for your birthday? Because we were going to do Mexico for a minute.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, maybe just you were going to do something at your house. Which
I was never doing something at my house. My husband was trying to surprise me with something at my house. And once I got wind of him trying to surprise me with a house party, I was like, but whose house?
Like, yeah, absolutely. Like, that's where we did my birthday.
Yeah.
We did my birthday.
I was like, we're not having
150
150 people at my house.
Yeah,
No.
and also like something special. It's such a big milestone birthday. How do you feel being 40?
I don't know yet. It's a transition for sure. It's not like I woke up and feel different, but now I am saying I'm 40.
Yeah.
I think once I kind of get back into the swing of things and I'm working out regularly and just putting my health, mental and physical first, then I'll start feeling like more myself. I'm just not fully there yet.
That's okay. You're busy.
Yeah.
And you're about to get busier.
I know.
We can look at the year ahead for you, obviously.
Okay.
And I've done your birth chart before. And I know your birth chart pretty well, honestly. And I think it will explain Scheana, like, in a deeper way. Because I do feel like you are very misunderstood. And I feel like people who see you on TV, like the fans that are like your diehards, like they get it. Like I think that they empathize with you so much, but then the ones that don't, I can see why in your chart, but you're just such an empathetic person and you literally shapeshift to like whoever you're around because you flow basically.
Okay.
But before we get into your chart, is there anything that you're really curious or you want me to look at?
I feel like it's kind of a time in my life where I have a decision to make in my career, you know, which path is right. I have been in a contract for so long, you know, and now Vanderpump Rules is rebooted. And sure, I was a friend on the Valley, but is this my path? Is something else? Like, it's just that weird in-between time where I'm trying to figure out what's best for me and my family.
Yeah.
I have my book coming out, going
So
book tour
excited.
next month.
Yep.
And with my OCD, I'm not really able to look super far into the future. But I also think that's because I've been doing the same job for so long, where it's season to season, year to year, that I've never really been able to plan forward that much. Like with a family vacation or something, a year and a half from now, I'm like, I don't know where my career is going to be. So yeah, it's an exciting time because it's like finally a new chapter. But what is that chapter? I'm not sure yet.
Okay, so this might validate where you're at, but basically Saturn, we call him Big Daddy Saturn in astrology, and he's the planet that is all about kind of evolving and growing up and maturing. And we love Saturn, but he's not like the friendliest. He's literally the planet that's like, have you done your chores? Did you do your homework? Oh my God, I love it, Saturn.
I know.
Wait, I didn't know.
I just got
I'm
that
sure I've seen
the
that
other day.
Oh,
No, I just got it.
I'm sure I've seen that. Wait, shut up.
Yeah.
Basically, Saturn has been hanging out in Pisces for the last almost 3 years. Pisces is your 10th house, which is the house of career, public image, the literal role that we hold in society, like the role that we play out in the world, and our career role as well. And Saturn just left Pisces last week.
Oh.
That's crazy that you just got a Saturn.
Yeah.
So with that to say, like Saturn, when he enters a house, I always think of it as like the dad coming in to do renovations. So about three-ish years ago, Saturn came into your 10th house, and it didn't feel comfortable because it's a little bit like, okay, the dad is overstaying his welcome, and he's like, that could look better. This needs to be updated. He's kind of hard on us, but it's because he loves us. So he's been quite literally like doing renovations on your career over the past 2.5, 3 years. Now he's left the building, which is great. And I'm not surprised that you even feel a little bit like, okay, that's kind of all finished and like there's a bow, but it still feels like, but what's next?
Yeah.
But trust the process because Saturn literally just left your 10th house of career. Now he's moving into your 11th house, which is the house of business. It's the house of friendships and community and social groups. So there will be answers, I guess is what I'm trying to say, but just trust that the 10th house, that career, it was always meant to look different than it did 2.5 years ago.
Interesting. Because also like another passion of mine has always been acting, and I got back into that a little bit last year.
Yeah.
But I've also always wondered if I chose to not do Vanderpump Rules and just stuck with acting, if that trajectory of my life, like what it would have looked like. And can I circle back to that? Or I don't know. I am just like trusting this process and trying not to stress over it because I can't necessarily control it all, which I like to be able to, but
no, yeah. Okay, friend Ally is saying you can absolutely pivot. And then astrology Ally is saying you will pivot. It's not something that is really up for debate. Saturn went into your 10th house for a reason. He cleared it out. He cleared the cobwebs. Vanderpump Rules. Not saying like
that was the cobwebs.
That was the cobwebs, yeah. And I think that like Saturn isn't wanting you to be like mad at that. I don't think that you are, but I think that it is more of like, what's next? We need to evolve. Like that's Saturn is all about mastery and time. So Saturn's like, what's next? Like, we get to keep evolve and we get to keep growing. Like nothing's ever just, okay, that's finished. I'm putting it away.
Right.
So Saturn is now on top of your Venus sign, which is how we love and beauty and art. So think of like acting and performing and beauty. And Saturn is now on top of Mercury in your chart. Mercury is the storyteller. Saturn has now moved in. He's helping gear you up to share your book with the world. You're still meant to be seen. You always will. And so now that Saturn's on top of Venus, it's like transforming like, okay, how do people view me? So you're going through now just a little glow up, a little shift of like, who am I in this new chapter?
Yeah.
But okay, this is, bear with me. I'm going to leave Saturn. I'm going to go to your 12th house sun because this is why I'm not worried about you within the career world and otherwise. Okay, the sun is where we shine. It's where we feel our best. You have your sun in the 12th house. This is where I'm always like, Scheana is misunderstood. The 12th house is not for the weak. It is not for the faint of heart. I have a bunch of planets there as well. it is the last house of the entire birth chart. So it's the ending, and it's the house where we basically leave the physical world and we go to outer space or nirvana, like whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
It's mushrooms. It's not real. It's totally make-believe and fantasy, but it's where music lives and movies and art. And it's also where like Buddhist monks live and people who are on like a really spiritual path. The 12th house completely does not fit into one single mold. Because your sun is here, this means you shine in this area of life. So you're a mystery. And that is just how you've always been. That's how you'll always be. People think that they know you. They don't. Not that you don't know yourself, but it quite literally is this feeling of like, I am meant to do a lot and I can shapeshift. And I have many different hobbies and different talents and different friend groups. And if anyone can do that, it's the 12th house. And because your sun is there, it's almost like you're reminding people how to live in this world. Like there's a deeper, it's very eat, pray, love.
Yeah.
Basically.
Wait, I love this.
Did you know that?
No.
So I know I've told you about the 12th house before, but I never like want to scare people because the 12th house, like if you go Googling it, it's a little like.
I try not to Google anything.
I love that. Yeah. It's the house where we do see mental health and we do see prisons and we see hospitals. And that is because if we ignore the 12th house, then think of the 12th house as the ocean, like it's vast and dark. We can swim or we can drown. And if we show up in the 12th house just completely unprepared and like whatever, I have to work, and we don't put our mental health first or we don't put your body first, we can drown. But when you show up for the 12th house, you can manifest, you can be and do whatever you want. Life is full of miracles, like, and it is that beautiful. I know because I've swam and drowned. We all have.
Yeah,
but,
totally. Same.
So having your son there, it's like this is a non-negotiable for you. Like you have to show up for your mental health, which I feel like you've gotten more comfortable with over the years.
Yeah, for sure. I've been more open about it. And just like talking to you and other friends definitely helps with, honestly, it was you who had told me that maybe I needed to up my Zoloft instead of do less because I just felt like when I went from 25 to 50, then I was grinding my teeth at night. Then I'm like, oh, I'll just go back to 25. That wasn't enough. When I went to 75, then I stopped grinding my teeth. And so I was like, oh, okay. And now I'm at 100 and we're going to cap it there for a bit.
I'm at 100 too.
Yes. But I was like, and then I realized a couple nights ago, I felt like I started grinding my teeth again. But my therapist was like, just give your body some time to get used to this new dose and see how you feel in a few weeks. Follow up with my psychiatrist. But I'm like, once I get that at the right dose, I start working out again. Like I know I'm the only person who can change how I'm feeling right now. It's just been the lack of motivation and the drive where it's like I'm binging a show on my couch and I have forced myself to get off the couch and onto the floor and at least do like 200 sit-ups. Oh, good. So I'm doing something because I can't, justify just sitting on the couch all night. I'm like, I need to do something. But it's been so hard to get up in the morning. Summer literally kicked me out of bed the other morning. She's like, Mom, get up. And I was like, okay, I'm up. But I'm like, see how you feel when I wake you up like a nap from the car and you're like, I don't want to get up. I'm like, that's how I feel in the morning.
And I always say this to you. I'm like, Scheana, you have a 12th house sun. Like, you don't have to do everything. Like, you can take a nap.
I
like,
know.
You are the most like dependable. Like you are there for everyone in your life, but then I know your birth chart. So I'm also like, she will continue to say yes and yes and yes, but like we need to all like literally make her have a nap. Like she needs to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I
feel like I have been better at saying no to things, not going out when I don't feel like it. Like if it's an event or something, I'm like, you know what? I don't need to be there. I don't feel like putting makeup on tonight. I would rather put my kid to bed and yes, probably go sit on my couch or do some sit-ups on the floor. But I've gotten better about that. So I realize I want to do it all, but sometimes I can't. And sometimes my body just needs to rest and I don't need to go, because when I do that, I crash after.
Have you tried meditation?
I do the Calm app at night. So I usually will meditate for sleep and do the whole like body scan and all of that. But And not during the day. I'm like, I say that I want to be the person. It's like, oh, I wake up, I do yoga, I meditate. It never happens. So I do want to start doing yoga in the morning. Summer loves to do yoga with me. And I feel so much better when I start my day with a workout.
I love that.
I just haven't been doing it.
Same.
And it's like,
it's all right. Don't beat yourself up. We can always, there's always tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
The 12th house is routines. The 6th house, so there's the 12th house, which is routines. The 6th house is the opposite house, which you do have Saturn there, the South Node, Pluto. Like you've got a lot going on in the opposite houses. The 6th house is routines with like carpool, like chores, daily whatever, daily stuff, daily rituals. It's our busy house. It's emails and text messages. The 12th house is routines, but in a spiritual way. So that's where we see meditation and yoga. And because you have planets in both of these houses, it's quite literally like telling you, you are meant to have a really strict routine in this lifetime. And I will say the 12th house has to always come first because it's the most powerful. So it's like maybe, and I don't have a child obviously, but even for me, it's still hard, but like forcing yourself to like, okay, maybe I do just 5 minutes of meditation before I check my phone or like things like that.
Brock and I were talking about that yesterday, just saying that when I start working out, like I'm gonna work out with a trainer again because I know that's more motivating for me.
Yeah,
we have a whole gym at our house. I don't even have to leave the house.
That's so nice.
But he's like, once you get set up with that again, then you can schedule around working out and then just build your schedule. You know, it's like I do my podcast on Mondays, then I have the trainer on Tuesdays or whatever it is. Summer is about to start school in a few weeks, 5 days a week. So I know, it's crazy.
Wait.
Yeah.
Aww,
pre-K, big girl. I know.
That'll be nice for you though. That'll be really nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's like I'm going to be forced to be up 5 days a week. So I really want to do the Khloe Kardashian thing and get up extra early.
I was
get
just
my
gonna
workout
call it the
in
Kris
first.
Jenner thing, but like
and then get her ready for school, you know, but like take care of myself first.
Yeah.
Because I get up when she kicks me out of bed and then it's like, okay, we got to do breakfast. I need to fix your hair. Shoot, what are you wearing? It's like, I don't know why I do this to myself. Whenever my mom's at the house and Summer has school the next day, she'll lay out an outfit for her and the lunch and all of that. And I'm like, why don't I do this every night? It makes it so much easier. Like every time I make her lunch at night, it makes my morning easier.
That makes sense.
So I think when
hard.
she's in school 5 days a week, though, I'm like, I have to change something because
you'll both adjust.
Yeah.
Good for you. I mean, I'm the same with the 12th house where I know myself and I am not where I want to be right now, but I've been there before and I can genuinely say like, my skin looks better. I'm mentally better. Opportunities come in. Like when we show up for the 12th house, and this goes for anyone listening, anyone who has any 12th house placements, like when we show up for it, it is life-changing and it's really powerful and beautiful. It's when we ignore it that we feel the weight of the world. So if you take anything from this,
thank you.
Love that 12th house. And it's in Taurus, by the way. So you're a Taurus sun.
Yes.
So your Taurus sun is so different because Taurus is hardworking. Taurus is like feet on the ground, but Taurus is all about comfort and nice things and feeling beautiful. It's work hard, play hard. But because you have Taurus in the 12th house, it's just about, again, like learning how to make that house work for you or how you can show up best. But when you do, you can absolutely be an actress because Audrey Hepburn was a Taurus, and she's my favorite.
That's right.
And the 12th house is all about manifesting and dreaming big, and you can literally do and be whatever you want. So.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a really good year for me with my career. I mean, I've wanted to write a book my entire life. I can't wait to give you one, too.
Stop. Are you giving it to me now?
No, it's not.
Oh, I just got so excited.
But
I get to hold it.
This is something I've wanted to do my entire life.
Yeah.
And I always felt like it wasn't the right time. You know, whenever Vanderpump Rules is done, then I'll write a book. Because I think originally I thought I was going to do like a tell-all.
Yeah.
And I think people are expecting that. There's a lot of BTS in it, but it's about my life. Yep. Obviously, the last 11 seasons on a TV show has been a huge part of my life. So, of course, there's a lot of that in there.
Right.
But there's so much in it that people have no idea about. Like, I'll mention something. I was just telling my friend Christina, something got brought up, and I'll tell you after. But I was like, that's literally all of chapter 3 of my book. And she's like, what? How did I never know this about you? It's never been talked about. And I'm like, I kind of forgot about this thing that happened to me. And then when it came back, I was like, I need to write this. And there's just so many things in it that I think that this will be the next step for me in my career, you know, whether it's another book or whatever. But I am excited for what's next because I haven't been able to have a full new chapter since my 20s. Like my all of my 30s, I was on Vanderpump Rules. Like it's actually crazy. And then I, you know, 39, I spent on the Valley, but it was like same. So
are you tired of, because like reality TV, it's entertainment, but like is there a world where you're like ready to kind of like, is acting more intriguing to you because you can play someone else? Finally?
Yes and no. I want to do both. I literally, I say I look up to Garcelle more than anyone because she does it all. She acts, she hosts, she produces, she does reality TV, except she just quit, which is such a bummer. I know. She, at the end of the reunion, she was like, I'm done.
Oh, wow.
Didn't take the group pick, literally left.
Oh, wow.
But I really look up to her because she is the epitome of a working mom who does it all. And as much as I love acting, I really do want to get back into that. I love doing reality because I know what an impact I have on people when I share my story, my mental health struggles, you know, postpartum OCD and all of the things. And I know once my book comes out, there's going to be so many more women, but also just people in general who can relate to the things that I'm talking about. So I'm hoping that this opens up some more doors. And I think there's always going to be a space for me in reality TV, but I don't want that to be all of who I am. And I feel like that's all of who I was in my 30s.
Wow. Oh, Scheana, that's going to make me cry. It's, people are so used to seeing you, where I feel like it would be weird for both parties, like the fans and you, to just like completely shut the door on that. Because people want to watch you. They know you. Like, it is wild. It's a whole world. But
Crazy.
Okay, so you have the writer placement. So Jupiter is the planet of publishing, and it's living in your 9th house of publishing. So whenever Jupiter's in the 9th house, this is, I'm always like, if I see this in someone's chart, I'm like, you're probably going to write a book at some point in your life. Or travel. A lot of foreign big travel, because Jupiter is all about expansion and sending things out into the world. And the 9th house is publishing, education, travel. So anyway, just while we're talking about your book, you have Jupiter in the 9th. So I feel like you could write more. I feel like if you enjoyed it, but even just podcasting too is also very Jupiter in the 9th house, and sharing your story with people. Like, now it's written, but like you've always been sharing your story with the world.
Yeah. So. And it's now that I've done the audiobook, after I read the entire thing, I'm like, oh, I wish I said this. And it's like,
oh my gosh,
I could have probably had 100 more pages. Like, I mean, I could have kept writing, but you know, we have to cap it somewhere.
But the stories you tell me too, like you were talking about your friend, and I'm like, no, you've told me things where I'm like, you've never told me that before. So it's like, if you have friends that are even like excited and intrigued to read your book, like imagine, and aren't like, celebrity tell-alls are the best. This isn't a tell-all though, it's a memoir. But like people want the tea, sure, but they also I love memoirs because I'm like, where did you come from? Why did you get into that? Like I don't know. They're my favorite books to read. So I think it's going to be so good.
I'm excited.
So pre-order the book. And it's going to be juicy.
It is. I mean, it's probably going to piss some people off, but you know, it's my story. It's my life. And I think I'm fair about everyone. I think that I tell my experience and I tell my story. And if anyone has a problem with that, you know, oh well. It's my life, and it's going to be out there for the world very soon, which is also scary because I open up about things in this book that I've not opened up to, like, even you or some of my closest friends about, which I will before it comes out. So it's not like everyone's blindsided by things, but it's just, it's been a lot to process, the whole writing process of it. And yeah, it's like, I feel like I have to have so many conversations still before it comes out.
Wow.
But
I feel like you're about to like have another baby.
No.
Like this is your baby.
Oh, yes.
No,
I'm
the
like,
book is your baby.
my IUD is still
finished?
in.
Oh, God, I love that IUD. I do get like only child vibes from your chart too. I think that there's just such a, like summer is just such an extension of you too. Where's your moon? You have your moon, which is the mother planet, in the 7th house, which is where we see relationships and marriage. I love that it's in Sagittarius, which represents foreign travel. And I love that you married someone from a different country. Like that's very literal. But the way that you nurture is through friendships. I don't know. I just love the way that you are with Summer and how you let all of your friends in. And it's like everyone, you just want her to be so loved, you know? And I feel like even if you have other children or not, like there's always going to be so many people around her that are like loving her and supporting her and playing with her. Like we're all her little siblings in a way.
She asked me the other day, she goes, Mom, do I have a lot of friends? I'm like, were you at both of your birthday parties? Like we had to have 2. Yes, honey, you have a lot of friends.
Oh my God, I miss her.
No, it was so cute. She says
so cute.
the cutest things. You're just like, where did that come from?
She's so cute. When we were doing Chat GPT the other day, and we were like just talking to it, and Brock was like, name it something, and she was like, sky.
Yeah.
I was like, that's actually really deep and really beautiful. I was like, you're smart. And she knows all of her planets.
She does. And at first she was saying Pluto, but then I did have to break it to her. And so now she knows it's a dwarf planet.
It is a dwarf planet, but in astrology, it's still a planet.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
So I'll confuse her next time I see her. I think mommy was wrong. No, just kidding.
And she's like, what are the other dwarf planets? And I mean, she's genuinely into this. Like she will ask chat, tell me about the Milky Way. How many other galaxies are there? Like she'll just ask like crazy questions. And I'm like, I'm so amazed by her. And now she's getting into, I mean, I already know she's athletic, but now she's getting into like the more sporty side of herself.
Oh, wow.
And the other day we were just in the backyard. I had like a little wiffle ball and she had a stick for a piñata and she just starts smacking the ball, like with me pitching it to her, not on a tee or anything.
What?
Then we got her a cricket bat and she's swinging that. And then we got her a tennis racket. And I'm like, how are you just hitting all of the balls just coming your way? Right. It was insane. So
that's
impressive.
Amazing. So she definitely has mom because she's a performer. Like she just gives me, but maybe that's because like I love musicals and we love watching musicals together. But I'm like, Summer, you're a Broadway star.
Yeah.
So I know, she has a bit of mom and a bit of dad. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. She's the best. Okay. So you're a Gemini rising. The rising sign is how we show up. It's how we move. I think this is where you're a bit of like a walking contradiction. Don't worry, we all are in our charts in some way, like all of us. But like the way that you move is very Gemini-esque. It's very curious and social. You know how to make friends anywhere you go and talk to people. You're great at texting. I'm a Pisces rising. That's why I'm not great at texting. And Scheana has to text my mom.
Hello.
But yeah, you're a Gemini rising. So Geminis are just thriving in today's world, honestly, because it's all about technological advancements and we have the world at our fingertips. So you move like a Gemini, but then remember you're that Taurus sun in the 12th house. So it's like you have to find, again, that balance between rest and sleep. And then you'll honestly just show up and move better.
Yeah.
So you move like a Gemini. But what I was going to say, Jupiter. Remember, Jupiter is my favorite planet. It's the planet of expansion. Jupiter's been in Gemini since last May. And Jupiter in the first house is so expansive. For example, when I went through my Jupiter in the first house, that's when I met James. And like everything just like changed, obviously, completely. But Jupiter's been in your first house, bringing you new beginnings, new opportunities. Even bringing you into your 40s, bringing you just an entirely new identity. And now, well, not yet. Jupiter is still in Gemini until June 9th. Jupiter now has moved into your second house, which is the house of money, finance, contracts, opportunities. It's literally the house where we work, but where we get to enjoy. And I always say it's like drink the finer wine and eat the fine food, and it's luxury. So Jupiter loves that because remember, Jupiter expands things, and he's also the planet of wealth. When Jupiter went into my second house, that was when I started getting serious about astrology and opened readings and like started my business and started making money. So Yeah, so you're about to experience over the next year, by the way. So Jupiter will be in Cancer for the next year, and it'll be expanding your resources in your material world. I know you just bought a house, but usually when Jupiter goes into the second, we see people buying homes or cars. Or
I do want another one.
There we go.
Eventually. So
it's expanding your material world in some way.
Okay.
And new work opportunities. So that's what I was going to say. I think because Jupiter is moving into the second, Saturn just left your 10th house. Remember, Saturn was doing some clearing the cobwebs within your career. He's left the building. Jupiter's about to leave your first house. And now they're all working together. Like, they're all on the same team. So Saturn's like, okay, we're clean up there.
Your turn.
Jupiter's going into the second house and is like, cool, what opportunities can I bring in now? So there's a lot in store.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a good year.
Yeah.
I do.
It's about to get better.
Yeah.
This first part of the year was not great for any of us, but
No.
it's about to get better.
No.
Okay. Do you have any questions? I mean, obviously you can always text me and ask me too, but is there anything that you are curious about within astrology or anything like within?
Well, you did say something about you see something with like an only child. Is that me having grown up as an only child for 12 years or me having an only child currently?
So kind of both. The 12th house that we've talked a lot about, and I have a lot of planets here too, and I'm an only child. Your sun is here, which is our identity in the 12th house. It is the house of isolation, not in a bad way, but like it is a house where like we kind of have to go into our own psyche and spend a lot of time alone and get really comfortable with ourselves. So that sometimes is a sign for me of like, okay, they really are meant to get to know themselves so deeply in this lifetime. So it can show up in that way. And then also the 5th house of children for you is empty. -2. Everyone, like most people's are, by the way, but all that signals to me is that like in the grand scheme of your life, like the big picture, that is not the area. And obviously summer is everything, but I mean like that's not the area that's getting a lot of action, which is where we literally see like childbirth and things like that. So I think for like looking at your chart as a whole, it's so much more expansive, bigger picture, lots of travel, lots of being seen, lots of businesses and doing things like out into the public and out for the world. And I just think Summer's such a extension of you to where she just gets to join you on that ride. And it's not necessarily about like just having a bunch of babies and, you know, tending to them. But that again is just me interpreting your chart. Obviously, you know yourself. And I mean, there's so much in astrology that it's all duality, right? So there's like good and bad to everything. But within your chart, it is just more about not you, but like you. It is like putting the energy into you and shining it and showing Summer like how to lead and how to also be seen. Yeah. Because she will be too. I've seen her chart.
Yeah. She is such a mix of both of us. It's so perfect because I want her to be fearless but cautious. I want her to, you know, be smart and make good decisions, but also not be afraid of failing. Yeah. And I feel like I look at her sometimes and I'm like, oh my God, you are me, this little perfectionist, where I'm like, honey, it's okay. Like she's getting
cleans her toys.
Yes. And right now she's starting to read, but she gets so frustrated when she doesn't get it right. She's like, no, Mom, you say that word. And I'm like, honey, let's sound it out. Yeah. But it's like watching me grow up in real time, and it's so crazy because I'm like, oh my God, I would do that too. And just trying to break generational cycles and just provide her with any resource I can. We have a teacher who works with her, and I mean, she is beyond. Like she could go to kindergarten this fall and I think be fine. Yeah. But I just want to have her feel as prepared as possible for when she does go to kindergarten next year. And it's crazy. I see myself so much in her, and I'm like, honey, it is okay. Look, Mommy was the bat and she got sent home first. You know, it's okay. Like it's not a failure. It's just, you know, I still accomplished something. Exactly. And so I hope as she gets a little older and more mature, she can understand that and take chances, but still like be careful.
That's so beautiful. Yeah. She's teaching you too, which is cool. And as an only child, like growing up, I I wouldn't change it. Like, I genuinely loved it. And it does make you more social. Like, I have a lot of friends and you can bring friends on trips and like, you know.
Yeah.
So she will be just fine. And because remember, the moon is in the 7th house, which is where you mother. And it's like there's so many people surrounding her.
Totally.
But obviously, like, it's all up to you in your chart. The reason I love astrology is because it doesn't tell us what we like can't do, but what we can do. And I think that that's why it's so inspiring. And so like for you, I mean, here, I'll show you, but like if you like cut the birth chart in half, like that, this upper hemisphere is all about like the world. It's our career, it's our travel, it's how we show up every day for the community, for like society. Down here is more about like family and friends and like being at the home. Obviously, we know that you have all of those things. So like that's what I'm saying, but it's beautiful because like in the grand scheme of your life, like you get to have that, but like this is kind of where a lot of your energy is going.
Okay.
And so it's important for you to have your support system.
Yeah.
Help you because you are showing up in the world and you're doing so many things and it's like you have to have that team behind you. But
definitely.
Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yeah. No, it does.
know.
And I do have a great team behind me.
Yes, you do.
Family, friends, and
Your 3rd house is empty too, which is sometimes a sign of only child. But like obviously we know you have a sister, but it is that.
But I was an only child.
Yeah.
You know, she came into the world when I was graduating 8th grade.
Right.
So it's like I started high school and I was so busy. And then when I went to college, she started kindergarten.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we both pretty much grew up only children.
Yeah. I love that. Like, Court and I are so close.
I
And
know.
we're so close. And it's
I
like,
love
cute.
that.
I know. So I always couldn't wait to join a sorority because I was like, I want sisters.
Yeah.
So summer will be decided.
Aw, yeah.
Do you think you want more?
I physically cannot carry another. And that's, I think, had my labor not gone the way it did, I would have already had another because I had a perfect pregnancy. And up until 15 hours into labor, everything was perfect.
Wow.
Then it went to and now at 40, the chances of miscarriage, preeclampsia, and HELLP syndrome happening to me again are just too high that I don't want to take that risk. We've gone back and forth with it, and it's like, well, the doctors will monitor you and this and that. And I'm just like, I don't think I want to take that chance of having to have a C-section so many weeks early. The baby's lungs aren't fully developed. They're in the NICU, and I just don't think that's fair to anyone if I have frozen eggs, which I'm so thankful that 33-year-old Scheana was thinking of 40-year-old Scheana, because I literally said when I was 33, I'm single, I'm divorced, and I was just like, I don't want to wake up at 40 one day and be single and be like, wow, now it's too late. So I was thinking about me at this age.
That's amazing.
Never thinking that at this age, I might need those eggs to use with my husband because we needed to do a surrogate. And so now I'm like, I'm so thankful that I thought of future me.
Wow.
And that's definitely an option. I just know I need to get my mental health in the best place before I can put any energy into another baby. So I'm not there yet, but we have taken steps. We've moved my eggs to the new facility where my doctor is. Brock got his sperm tested.
Wow.
And yeah, so slow baby steps, but I also do want to travel more and not have to worry about taking a baby or leaving a baby. Like I want Summer to be able to go to Australia for a few weeks next year and to just travel some more with her without having to worry about a baby.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your chart is very, I could see you adopting.
That's also something we've talked about.
I
And
love
even
that.
maybe having one more biological and adopting another.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to have a ton of kids,
No, yeah.
but that
Again,
would be my max. But ever since I was in high school, I've always thought about adopting.
Me too.
Yeah.
And we both, it's the 12th house because I have a lot there, and the 12th house is foreign lands. The 9th house is foreign travel as well. You have Jupiter there. You have the 12th house activated. Your moon is in Sagittarius, which represents, nurturing. I mean, I'm not saying that all Sagittarians are like from a different country, but in your case, like even just with Brock and like having, I don't know, that your chart does support that.
Yeah.
And I love that. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Also, synchronicity. I know you always see 1111.
Yeah. I just tried to touch up my tattoo with some white lines to make it a little more of a fine line.
Let me
I think
see.
I need to do it one more time. Because it's like all of these ones are so good.
All your bat.
Yeah. So after I got the bat, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
we got to do something about these two because they're just so ugly now. So I outlined them in white.
Oh,
but-
nice. Remember when I got my ephemeral tattoo and my mom
Yeah.
literally had a stroke?
Make
It's gone.
I mean, it's
This is
still
all I
there, but
have.
it's like, what's the difference of having that or having this?
I don't know. I want that now
Yeah.
because I love it and I think it's cute and it's so subtle.
I love
You can't even
it.
see it.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll do it.
Yeah.
We can go together. But yeah, the 12th house, it is the house that rules things like miracles, synchronicities, things that just, again, you're like deeply connected to the universe. I always joke that you're like this, that the 12th house, when we have planets there, it's like we're at the VIP table with the universe. And it's like, okay, you can come sit with me. I'll tell you all the secrets and you can like talk to the spirits and the angels and get these hidden messages. So you're at the VIP table with the universe. So
I love that.
Anytime you see 1111, always trust it because that's how you communicate. That's how you get your energy to live because it's your sun sign, which is our vitality.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love the 12th house. It's my favorite. I get so protective over it because a lot of people fear it. But again, it just comes with a bit of responsibility spiritually and mentally and all the things. But I'm proud of
that.
you.
Thank you.
And you've helped me, obviously, so much with my mental health, especially this year, too. And that's the power of the 12th house. And, like, when you know, like, I know that you have 12th house placements, so I always want to be able to check in on you and make sure you're okay because a lot of the times people won't really see, like, we're not going to show it. We don't like to suffer. We're earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus.
Totally.
Like, we're going to always act and look like everything is totally under control.
Yeah.
But our 12th house placements are a bit deeper.
Yeah. I saw that interview you did recently. It was like virtual tea or something. You were so sweet about me with Evan Real, I think. Is it that one you did?
Yes,
Yeah.
I love him.
I know.
Yeah, well, you're a girl's girl.
Yeah.
And you got me through like the breakup. You were true. And like, I didn't want to talk to anyone, but you like continuously checked in and even like reached out to my mom. And like, you know, it's like little things like that and moments where you don't really realize like you need good people in your corner. But then I was just so grateful for you and my mom and like my friends. And
Yeah.
so thank you.
Well, I look at Summer as an only child, you know, and you make jokes sometimes, like when we're at Coachella, you're like, just see me as Summer. And Brock's like, Ally, you're a grown woman. You're not my daughter, okay? And I'm like,
but your dad and
I got
mom."
you. But I'm like, look, if my daughter, you know, she doesn't ever have any siblings and she's in the world with friends, I would hope care about her as much as like I care about you. And I would want her to have people like that. So it's like, I do see this is like future Summer,
so
you know, and I'm
sweet.
like, I will always be here for you.
I love that. I'll always be here for you too.
I love you.
And I know my mom appreciates you too for always being like, text your mother out.
Yeah. Yes. Check in.
That's a good friend. Thank you. I love you.
I love you.